Internet of Things, or IoT, is a phrase that has been used quite a bit in the last few years. In this video, we'll define IoT and talk about some examples of how IoT comes to play in our lives. Simply put, IoT is about the ability for many devices to connect to the internet. The devices or things are basically objects, such as computers, appliances, lights, cars, and watches, that can be accessed by a network. As a result of the connectivity, we can more easily access and control the devices. For example, you could dim your house lights by voice command or from your phone. In addition, you can get back data from devices to help take action. For example, you or your car mechanic could get back diagnostic data on your car and schedule a service appointment to address a brake issue before it becomes a serious problem. Once upon a time, in the early days of the internet, we mainly had computers that connected to the internet for surfacing websites and exchanging email. Computers connected to the internet to exchange email is an example of interconnected devices that has been around for a while. Later, our smartphones and tablets could also connect to the internet. IoT brought about the notion that almost anything could connect to the internet. It's not just about computers and phones. You also may have a television that connects to the internet to stream Netflix, therefore your TV is connected to the internet. Thermostats, ovens, lights, refrigerators, cars, these are all devices that can be connected to the internet. As of 2016, there were about 15 billion devices connected to the internet. According to Cisco Systems, there will be about 50 billion IoT objects by the year 2020. The interesting thing is what you can do now that all these things are connected. For example, a smart refrigerator could mirror the TV in your living room so you don't have to stop a movie you're watching to grab a snack. The smart refrigerator could also enable you to see inside of your fridge on your phone while at the grocery store so you can see what you're out of. Such refrigerators are a bit expensive right now. A less costly way to use IoT to help with shopping is with voice-activated devices like an Amazon Echo. I can use my Amazon Echo to add something to my shopping list on my phone. For example, let's say I run out of milk. I can speak to Amazon's persona, "Alexa, add milk to my grocery list."
I've added milk to grocery.
Then milk appears on my list on my phone, queued up for the next time I make a grocery trip. Because both the Echo and the smartphone are connected to the internet, they can talk to one another. The Echo can get to the shopping list app on my phone and add milk to the list. Having more interconnectivity can certainly make our lives very convenient. You could also use the voice device to dim your lights. This requires your light bulb or lamp is one with wireless connectivity. This series of screenshots walks through how a Wi-Fi enabled smart light bulb is hooked up for use. First, to control the bulb from your mobile device, you need to download a mobile app to connect to the devices like this one called Smart Life. Then the app will use Bluetooth to discover nearby devices it can connect to. The app will then register the device, in this case the smart bulb, and initialize it over a Wi-Fi connection. After a brief setup, you'll be able to see the smart bulb in the list of devices that can be controlled by the app. You can then select the device in the app and turn it on, control brightness, and more. Such non-computer devices are able to connect wirelessly and share data via tiny circuits embedded in the devices. But the devices themselves don't have to directly connect to a network to be controlled. An ordinary old lamp with a regular bulb could also be controlled over a wireless network via a Wi-Fi enabled plug. With a smart plug, you can plug any device, an ordinary coffee machine, an iron, a lamp, into the smart plug. The smart plug is then plugged into the electrical socket. You effectively connect to and control the smart plug to turn the device on or off. You don't even have to be home. You can control the devices remotely and also set schedules for usage of each device connected to a smart plug. Let's take another example of a smart electric toothbrush. There are some manufacturers who make toothbrushes enabled for Bluetooth. The toothbrush isn't connecting to the home network, but a mobile phone can pair with the toothbrush over Bluetooth. The toothbrush also has sensors that are capturing data and sending that back to an app on a smartphone. For example, data could be sent to indicate whether too much pressure is being used from brushing too hard or about teeth that weren't brushed properly. In this case, you are not remotely controlling the toothbrush but collecting data while brushing your teeth that provides you with useful insights. This highlights the data analysis aspect of IoT. There are countless things that we can control in our homes through the internet using computers, mobile apps, and even our voice. The key thing is that lots of things can connect to a network. We can not only control devices, but also get access to data that provides valuable insights that we can take action on. Also, connectivity is not limited to Wi-Fi, but can also happen through other protocols like Bluetooth. But we'll talk more about the actual technologies behind the Internet of Things later. Beyond these consumer home examples, there is even far more reaching impact of IoT. Industry and government applications for IoT can be found in everything from farming, water quality, traffic management, and much more. Here are just a few examples. There is a notion of smart cities where data from public utilities and infrastructure can be monitored, and things like city lights and building lights can be controlled for efficient use. Vehicle data, such as when drivers hit their brakes frequently, could be correlated with traffic patterns to improve road conditions and manage traffic. Farmers can more effectively manage irrigation of crops by using mobile apps to read data from sensors placed in the soil. Engineers and mechanics can get alerts on the vibration data of wind turbines to schedule servicing and enable preventative maintenance, and this could be applied to any major electrical or mechanical system. To sum up, IoT is about the interconnectivity of devices and the exchange of data. We've gone way beyond computers being able to talk to each other. Now almost anything can be part of the communication chain. Here are the main takeaways. Internet of Things is about devices being able to connect to the internet to exchange data. The things are numerous: computers, smartphones, lights, appliances, equipment, cars, and more. There are multiple protocols to use for wireless connectivity, such as Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Non-traditional computing devices can be connected through sensors and tiny embedded electronics. IoT makes our lives more convenient by enabling easy control of devices. IoT also enables greater access to data that can be used to make decisions and provide insights. Next, we'll get under the cover a bit to understand some of the key technologies behind the Internet of Things.